Welcome, everyone. I hope you all are doing great. Today, I am going to talk about something that can completely change your life. Listen carefully because this is not just another motivational talk. If you don't want to be like everyone else, then you have to do what others are not willing to do. And that is exactly what I'm going to reveal today. We all want to become rich, right? People think, oh, rich people come from wealthy families, or they are the smartest masterminds. But let me tell you something. Look at Elon Musk. His net worth is over $342 billion, maintaining his position as the world's richest person. He can buy anything he wants. But was he born into a billionaire family? No. He is not from another world. We all live in the same world, under the same sky, breathe in the same air. Then why do some people make millions while others struggle every single day? Let's be honest. Most people are trapped in their jobs, struggling to save money, waiting for the next salary, dealing with endless expenses. Many even think, I want to quit this job because my money is so limited. But let me ask you, if you quit your job today, will your next job make you a millionaire? No, you compromise on your favorite shoes. You compromise on your dreams. You watch others live a luxurious life and wonder, how did they do it? Why are rich people rich? When you see young millionaires and billionaires, you get frustrated. You curse your luck. You say, I wish I had money. I wish I could buy my dream car, my dream house. But it will always be a dream. But what if I tell you that your dreams can come true? Yes, there's a deep science behind becoming rich. If you apply it, you won't have to kill your dreams. Right now, you may think I am lying. But trust me, by the end of this video, you will realize that nobody ever told you these things before. You have to break free from the school, college, and society's rules. If you follow what I tell you, you will reach the end of the path where unimaginable wealth, happiness, and freedom await you. I am going to guide you step by step. Just make sure you watch this till the end, because missing even one part could mean missing out on your dream life. This video will also be great for your English because it provides real-life examples and clear explanations that will help improve your vocabulary, listening skills, and understanding of motivational phrases. As you follow along, you'll learn new words and sentence structures that will help you express yourself better and become more confident in speaking English. 1. Don't follow the crowd. Most people do what everyone else is doing. They go to school, get a degree, find a job, and spend their lives working for someone else. They follow the traditional path because they think it is the safest way. But if the crowd was right, then everyone would be rich. Look around. Are they? No. The crowd is struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt. Think about the richest people in the world, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Did they follow the crowd? They created something new. They took risks. They thought differently. Imagine you are in a river where everyone is swimming in one direction because they believe it's the right way. But only a few people stop, look around, and realize there is a shortcut leading to success. Those few become rich because they dare to think differently. Be one of them. If you want to be rich, you have to break away from the crowd. Start questioning everything. Stop believing what society tells you about money. Think independently. 2. Stop working for only money. The biggest mistake people make is working just for money. They wake up, go to work, come back tired, and repeat the cycle every day. But do they ever get rich? No? Why? Because they are trading their time for money. Let me ask you, how much can you work in a day? 8 hours? 12 hours? There is a limit to your time, so there is a limit to your earnings. But rich people don't work for money. They make money work for them. Imagine you have two people. One works 12 hours a day at a job. The other builds a business, invests in stocks, or creates a product that makes money even while they sleep. Who do you think will be richer? The second person, because they have passive income. Stop working only for money. Learn how to make money work for you. 3. Doing everything yourself is a trap. Most people think they have to do everything themselves to save money. They say, I will work hard. I will do everything alone. But that is a huge mistake. Rich people understand the power of delegation. They build a team, hire experts, and focus on what they do best. Imagine you are building a house. If you try to do the plumbing, electricity, painting, and everything yourself, it will take you years. But if you hire experts for each task, the house is built faster and better. This is how businesses work. Stop doing everything yourself. Learn to delegate. 4th stop, hanging with broke friends. Your income is the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you are surrounded by broke, negative people who complain about life, you will become just like them. But if you spend time with rich, successful, and motivated people, your mindset will change. You will start thinking bigger. Imagine 2 kids. One grows up in a poor neighborhood where everyone is struggling, so he believes that struggling is normal. The other kid grows up seeing successful people, so he believes success is normal. Who do you think will be more successful? The kid who sees success as normal will likely be more successful because their environment shapes their mindset, expectations, and habits toward achievement. Surround yourself with winners. Cut off negative, lazy people. Your environment shapes you. 5. Be ready to work harder than anyone else. There is no magic formula, no shortcut. If you want to be rich, you have to be willing to work harder than anyone else. The difference between a successful person and a failure is not intelligence. It is persistence. Most people give up after a few failures. Rich people never give up. They keep going no matter what. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Imagine if he had given up at 9,999. The world would have been different. If you want to be rich, be unstoppable. Work harder than anyone else, and success will be yours. 6. Don't try to look rich, be actually rich. One of the biggest mistakes people make is spending money to appear rich instead of actually building wealth. Many people buy luxury cars, expensive watches, and designer clothes just to impress others. But true wealth is not about showing off. It's about financial freedom. For example, a man earns $50,000 a year but spends most of it on designer clothes, a fancy car, and luxury vacations. He looks rich, but he has no savings or investments. Another man earns the same amount but invests in real estate, stocks, and businesses. In 10 years, the first man is still struggling financially, while the second man is a millionaire. Rich people don't waste money trying to impress others. They focus on building their wealth first. 7. Assets versus liabilities. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities is key to financial success. Assets. Things that make you money. Real estate, stocks, businesses, intellectual property. Liabilities. Things that cost you money. Car loans, expensive gadgets, debt, luxury items. Poor people buy liabilities thinking they are assets. Rich people buy assets that generate passive income. Example: a person buys an expensive car with a loan thinking it's an asset. But the car loses value every year and they must make monthly payments. Another person buys a rental property. It generates rental income every month and increases in value over time. One is getting poorer and the other is getting richer. 8. Have a plan B. Many people rely on only one source of income, usually a job. But if that job disappears, they're left with nothing. Rich people always have multiple streams of income. If one fails, they have others to support them. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many people lost their jobs. Those who had a second source of income, like an online business or investments, survived without financial stress. Those who depended on only one job struggled. To become rich, you need to create backup income sources such as investments, a side business, or freelancing. 9. Be generous but have limits. Many people believe that giving money away makes you poor. But rich people understand that generosity attracts more opportunities. However, they also set boundaries. Imagine a millionaire donates to charity but doesn't give money to people who constantly ask for handouts. He invests in education, businesses, and opportunities that help people grow instead of simply giving them money to waste. If you give too much without limits, people will take advantage of you. Be generous, but don't let others drain your wealth. 10. Wrong beliefs and the wrong equation. Many people believe that working harder makes you richer, but that's not true. If working hard made people rich, construction workers and laborers would be billionaires. Example: a street sweeper works 10 hours a day but remains poor. Meanwhile, a business owner who understands how to invest and scale his business works smarter and earns millions. The wrong equation, hard work equals riches. The right equation, smart work plus financial knowledge equals wealth. Rich people don't just work hard, they work smart. They use leverage, investments, and systems to grow their wealth. 11. Invest in the stock market. If you are not investing, you are losing money every single day. Inflation is eating your hard-earned money, and keeping it in a bank will never make you rich. The rich don't work for money. They make their money work for them. And one of the best ways to do that? The stock market. Many people fear investing because they think the stock market is gambling. But that is a lie. The stock market is a tool that the rich use to multiply their wealth while the poor remain scared and dependent on salaries. The secret? Understanding how it works. Imagine two friends, Adam and Ryan. Adam saves $10,000 in his bank account, while Ryan invests $10,000 in a well-performing company. 5 years later, Adam still has $10,000, maybe slightly more with the tiny interest. But Ryan, his money has grown into $50,000 because he invested wisely. Now tell me, who is smarter? Who is on the path to being rich? The answer is obvious. Investing in the stock market is not about luck. It is about strategy. Research companies, study trends, and invest in businesses that will grow. If you don't invest, you will work your whole life and still struggle. But if you start today, even with a small amount, you are on the way to financial freedom. 12. Hard work doesn't make money. Only value does. If hard work made people rich, laborers, farmers, and factory workers would be billionaires. But they are not. Why? Because money doesn't come from hard work. It comes from value. You see people working 12 to 15 hours a day, exhausted, yet struggling to pay bills. But then there is someone else working just 4 hours a day and making more in a month than others make in years. What's the difference? Value. A person who cleans floors works hard but gets paid less because the work has low value. But a person who designs a cleaning robot that thousands of companies buy, he works smart, creates value, and earns millions. This is the reality. Don't just work hard. Work smart. Increase your skills, solve problems, and provide something people need. When you create value, money will chase you. If you keep trading time for money, you will always be poor. 13. Never completely rely on anyone for money. If you depend on someone else for money, you are one step away from disaster. What if they stop giving you money? What if they lose their job? What if they betray you? Then what? You must build your own financial security. Think about this. A man depends on his company for his salary. One day the company shuts down. Now he has nothing. But another man has multiple sources of income: stocks, side businesses, and investments. Even if one fails, he still has money. Who is safer? The one who built multiple streams of income. No one will ever care about your financial security as much as you do. You must take control. Start a side business. Learn a high-income skill. Invest. Do whatever it takes to stand on your own. Being dependent is the easiest way to stay poor forever. 14. Your time matters. It is precious. You can lose money and earn it back. But time? Once it's gone, it never returns. The poor waste time on useless things, watching TV for hours, scrolling social media, gossiping. The rich use time wisely, learning, building, growing. Look at your day. How much time do you waste? Every wasted hour is money lost. If you work a job that pays you $10 per hour and you waste 5 hours a day, you just lost $50 of potential income. Now imagine wasting time for years. That's why many people stay poor. If you want to be rich, treat your time like gold. Use every hour to learn a skill, build a business, network with successful people, or create something valuable. Every successful person respects time. Every poor person wastes it. Which one will you be? 15. Create your value. According to the market. If you want to become rich, you cannot just work hard. You have to work smart. You have to create value that people are willing to pay for. The market does not care about your effort. It only cares about what you can provide that solves a problem. Think about it. Why do some people earn $10 per hour while others earn $10,000 per hour? Because of value. The more valuable you are in the marketplace, the more money you will make. Let me give you an example. Imagine two people selling bottled water. The first person sets up a stand in a regular neighborhood, selling the bottles for $1 each. The second person sets up a stand outside an exclusive event where people are thirsty and willing to pay $10 for the same bottle. Who will make more money? The second person, because they place their value where it is most needed. The lesson? Don't just work randomly. Work where your skills, knowledge, and services are most valuable. If you have a business, ask yourself, does my product or service actually solve a real problem? If you're in a job, ask yourself, am I learning valuable skills that the market truly rewards? If the answer is no, you are wasting your time. 16. Your influence. Rich people understand one thing very clearly. Money follows influence. The more influence you have, the more money you will make. Look at social media influencers, business tycoons, and even politicians. Why are they rich? Because they have influence. Influence is power, and power attracts money. Let's say you open a new restaurant. You make the best food, but nobody knows about it. Will you get rich? No. But if you are influential, if people listen to you, if they trust you, then you can tell them about your restaurant, and they will come running. Influence can be built in many ways. By being an expert in your field, by having a strong personal brand, or by creating something that people admire. Now here's a harsh truth. If you have no influence, you are invisible. And invisible people don't get rich. Start building influence today. Create content, help people, give value, and make people trust you. The more influence you have, the more opportunities will come your way. 17. Love what you do or the product you sell. Have you ever seen a salesman who doesn't believe in what he's selling? It's a disaster. People can sense it. The richest people in the world either love what they do or truly believe in their product. If you don't believe in what you are selling, you will never be able to convince others to buy it. Think of Elon Musk. He isn't just selling Tesla cars. He believes in them. He believes in electric cars, in a better future, in innovation. That's why people trust him and invest in his companies. Now imagine if he was just trying to make a quick buck selling something he didn't care about. Do you think Tesla would be a success? Absolutely not. If you don't love what you do, find something you do love. If you are selling something, make sure you believe in it 100%. Because if you don't, people will see right through you and you will fail. 18. Don't spend on things you don't need. Poor people spend money to look rich. Rich people spend money to get richer. If you are constantly buying new clothes, expensive cars, and fancy gadgets just to show off, you will never become truly rich. Here's a simple rule. If it doesn't make you money or improve your life significantly, don't buy it. Let's take an example. Two people earn $5,000 per month. The first person buys a luxury car with a $1,000 monthly payment, eats at expensive restaurants, and spends money on designer clothes. The second person invests $2,000 in assets, stocks, businesses, and skills that make more money. Fast forward 10 years. The first person is still working paycheck to paycheck. The second person is financially free. The lesson? Stop wasting money on things you don't need. Use your money to build wealth, not to impress people who don't care about you. 19. Don't be desperate. Desperation is a money killer. If you chase money like a hungry dog, it will run away from you. Wealth comes to those who are confident, strategic, and patient. Here's an example. Imagine you go to a job interview and you desperately need the job. You beg, you lower your salary expectations, and you look nervous. What happens? They reject you. But if you walk in with confidence, knowing your value, you can negotiate a higher salary and better benefits. The same thing happens in business. If you beg customers to buy from you, they will run away. But if you create a brand, build trust, and show confidence, customers will want to buy from you. The lesson? Never act desperate. Build value, improve your skills, and let money come to you naturally. 20. Being ego-driven. Ego is the enemy of wealth. Many people fail to get rich because they think they already know everything. They refuse to learn, refuse to take advice, and refuse to change their strategies. Have you ever seen someone who argues about everything, never listens, and always thinks they are right? They usually stay broke. Why? because they are not willing to learn from people who are richer and smarter than them. Let's take an example. Two business owners start a company. One of them listens to feedback, studies the market, and improves his business. The other one refuses to change, ignores advice, and does everything his way. Who do you think will be successful? The first one. The richest people in the world are always learning. They read books, attend seminars, and surround themselves with people smarter than them. If you want to be rich, kill your ego. Be humble enough to learn from those who have already achieved what you want. 21st. Passion blame. When you chase after money without passion, you're setting yourself up for failure. Too many people blame their lack of wealth on circumstances, timing, or other people. But the truth is, the missing ingredient is passion. If you don't have passion for what you do, you're just going through the motions, and that's the main reason you won't succeed. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're working a job you hate. Every morning, you drag yourself out of bed, feeling empty because your work doesn't excite you. You're just waiting for your paycheck to come in, but at the same time, you keep complaining about how hard it is to get rich. The problem is simple. You're not passionate about what you're doing. But now, think about someone who loves their job. They wake up early, excited to dive into their work. They're not motivated by money alone, but by the love they have for what they do. Whether they're creating art, building a business, or solving a problem, their passion drives them to put in the extra hours, to learn more, and to grow. That passion becomes their engine for wealth, and that's what will carry them through tough times. If you want to get rich, find something you love. Let passion be the fuel that pushes you beyond ordinary limits. 22. Having lots of inputs. Let me be very clear. Your mind is like a garden. If you only plant the same old seeds, the same ideas, the same routines, and the same opinions, how can you expect to grow anything new or exciting? Becoming rich doesn't just require hard work. It demands that you constantly feed your brain with a diverse range of ideas. Now think of the most successful entrepreneurs, the wealthiest individuals. They are constantly gathering inputs from various fields. They read books, listen to podcasts, take part in different industries, and engage in conversations with people from all walks of life. Every new idea, every new piece of knowledge is like a seed they plant in their minds. Let me give you an example. Bill Gates. While many people think of him as the founder of Microsoft, he also invests a lot of time in learning. He reads at least 50 books a year, most of them not directly related to technology. Why? Because he understands that a wide range of inputs allows him to think creatively, make connections, and find new opportunities where others don't see them. The more inputs you have, the more you can innovate, and that's where wealth lies. If you're only consuming the same limited information every day, you're cutting off your potential. Broaden your horizons. Read, travel, talk to different people, and explore new fields. The more diverse your inputs, the greater your chances of finding new, unexpected opportunities for wealth. 23. Understand the power of leverage. Leverage is the most powerful tool the rich use that the poor don't. It means using other people's money, time, or skills to multiply your income. Instead of relying only on your own effort, use leverage to make your money work for you. Think about real estate. Instead of saving $200,000 to buy a house, a smart investor gets a loan, pays only $20,000 up front, rents out the property, and lets the tenants cover the mortgage. Now they own a $200,000 asset while spending only $20,000. This is how the rich grow their wealth while the poor keep saving forever. Lessons. Use other people's money, loans, investments wisely. Build a strong network. Who you know is more powerful than what you know. Learn to delegate. Hiring experts saves time and makes more money. Use technology as leverage. Automation, AI, and digital tools make business easier. 24. Master the art of negotiation. Money doesn't just come from what you do. It comes from how you negotiate. Every rich person knows that the price of anything is flexible, and those who master negotiation can save millions or earn millions. Whether you are buying a house, signing a contract, or closing a business deal, you must understand the power of negotiation. Example. Imagine two people buying the same car. One walks in, sees the price tag, and pays it. The other asks questions, finds a few flaws in the car, negotiates with the dealer, and gets a discount of $3,000. Now apply this to business. If you can negotiate 10 deals a year with an extra $5,000 profit each, you just made $50,000 extra without working harder. Lessons. Always ask for a better deal. Never accept the first offer. Study body language and psychology. Be patient and willing to walk away. Confidence is everything. People respect those who demand more. 25. Understand and are already abundant. One of the most crucial mindsets to have when you're striving for wealth is the understanding that abundance is everywhere. They see other people's success and feel jealousy, thinking, there's no way I could ever have what they have. But the truth is, abundance is all around you. If you shift your mindset, you'll see endless possibilities. There are billions of people in the world, each with their own set of needs, problems, and desires. And with every problem, there is an opportunity. Think about this. Every successful business in the world, whether it's a tech giant or a small local business, was built by solving a problem. So if you understand that there's an abundance of problems to solve, you also realize there's an abundance of wealth to be created. Take, for example, Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. When she started, she wasn't a billionaire, but she saw a need in the market. Women wanted a smoother, more comfortable undergarment. There was no product out there that provided that, so she created one. Her ability to see abundance in the market, not as scarcity but as an endless pool of opportunities, led her to create Spanx, which made her a billionaire. Now take a moment and think about the opportunities around you. Stop focusing on the lack of money and start seeing the abundance. There is money, there are customers, and there are opportunities, but you have to believe and understand that you're surrounded by wealth. Now you have all the knowledge. But knowledge alone won't make you rich. Action will. If you sit and wait, nothing will change. If you keep doing the same things, you'll keep getting the same results. But if you apply these principles, your life will change. Your dreams are not too big. Your potential is not limited. You don't need luck. You need strategy. Stop blaming, stop waiting, stop doubting. The world is yours if you take it. Everything will be fine. I hope you get a lot of money because you all deserve everything. Your parents deserve everything. God bless you. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and take the first step towards your financial freedom.